A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Boshemer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College, Brevard, North Carolina, in the mountains of western North Carolina. Glad you're able to join us for this special edition of Brevard College men's basketball as the host Tornadoes getting set for a USA South Conference matchup to ring in the new year versus conference opponent Methodist. We're about 14 minutes away from the opening tip here at the Boshemer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us. Men's basketball, Brevard versus Methodist, coming up shortly. Just over 10 minutes away from the start of Brevard versus Methodist here at the Boshemer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. Should be a good one between these two. Brevard 2-8 overall, 1-2 in the USA South Conference. Methodist 6-5 overall, 2-1 in the USA South Conference. Tornadoes been led by senior Levi Lamb this season, averaging 15 a game. Cannon Lamb, the junior, averaging 13.5 per game, and also Damari Hopper averaging in double figures with 11.5 points per game. The Methodist squad is led by number 10, Dante Burden. Keep an eye on him, the junior point guard out of St. Paul's, North Carolina. He's averaging 17 points per game, a perimeter player. He has a lot of different dynamics to his game offensively. Have to keep a close eye on Burden, number 10 throughout this matchup. Also averaging in double figures, number 24, Kamen Mitchell, and number 12, Garen Dearman. So Brevard versus Methodist coming up in approximately 9 minutes. a USA South Conference matchup here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us on this Saturday afternoon, the first Saturday of 2020. And we'll be back with you shortly with the start of Brevard versus Methodist men's basketball USA South Conference action at the Bosch. Now just moments away from the pregame introductions here at the Boshamer Gymnasium in this men's basketball matchup between the hosts, Brevard College Tornadoes, and the Methodist University Monarchs. Methodist arrives here at Brevard with a 6-5 overall record, 2-1 in USA South Conference play. Brevard is 2-8 overall, 1-2 in the USA South Conference. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Lee Burgess, assisted by Miles Leathers. Methodist head coach is David Smith. And we will turn it over now to the public address announcer here at the Boshamer Gymnasium, Ray Gill, with tonight's anthem and starting lineup introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, speak today's starting lineups. First Division Monarchs of Methodist University. Head guard, 5'8" sophomore from Stedman, North Carolina, number 3, Kevin McLaughlin Jr. Head guard, 6'1" junior from St. Paul's, North Carolina, number 10, Dante Burden. Head wing, 6'1" junior from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 12, Gary Dearman. Head point, 6'5" junior from High Point, North Carolina, number 24, Kanan Mitchell. Headed forward, 6'4" senior from Orlando, Florida, number 30, Sam Pinkledall. Monarchs are coached by David Smith, assisted by Alexis Henry and Vic Brevard. And now the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. And for the 6'4" senior from Atlanta, Georgia, number 1, Levi Lamb. And now the 6' senior from Gastonia, North Carolina, number 2, Delory Hopper. And now the 5'9" senior from Wilmington, North Carolina, number 3, Kadafi Turner. And now the 6'3" sophomore from Eagle River, Alaska, number 4, Joshua Wilson. And it forward, the 6'4" junior from Marion, North Carolina, number 10, Ken Flynn.
So there's your starting lineups for Methodist. Kevin McLaughlin Jr., Dante Burden, Garen Dearman, Kamen Mitchell, and Sam Mingledorf, while the Tornadoes, their starting five looks as follows: Levi Lamb, Damari Hopper, Kadafi Turner, Joshua Wilson, and Cannon Lamb. Levi Lamb leading the Tornadoes with 15 points per game. Cannon Lamb is averaging 13.5 points per game. And Damari Hopper, 11.5 points per game. Tornadoes in the home white with the blue accents and numerals, while Methodist in the visiting green with yellow numbers. Opening tip, Levi Lamb for the Tornadoes will face off against Sam Mingledorf. Mingledorf, the senior from Orlando, Florida. Lamb, the senior from Atlanta, Georgia. And we are ready to get overall first Tornado men's basketball game of the 2020 calendar year is now underway as Lamb tips it back to his trusty point guard, Gaddafi Turner, as the Tornadoes control the tip. Here's Lamb. Here's Cannon Lamb. Methodist with a man-to-man defense to start things off here. Joshua Wilson posting up his defender, misses the short jumper, rebounded by Dearman. Here comes Dearman on the attack for the Monarchs. Garen Dearman, the junior from Greensboro, North Carolina. Man-to-man defense for the Tornadoes. Pump fake on the three-pointer by Dearman, then a spin move. 8 on the shot clock. Running jumper there is no good by Burden, and the Tornadoes come up with the rebound. Still scoreless here at the Bosch, just underway. Tornadoes and Monarchs in this USA South Conference clash. Cannon Lamb posting up his defender. He misses the turnaround jumper. Rebounded by Mingledorf of the Monarchs. 1 minute and 50 seconds, or check that, 1 minute and 15 seconds have elapsed here at the Bosch. Burden down low with the finish. And the Monarchs strike first, 2-0 on top of the Tornadoes. Some motion offense now for the Tornadoes. Levi Lamb from way downtown. That's an NBA three right there. Levi Lamb with the three-pointer, putting the Tornadoes on top 3-2. That was from way downtown. And Lamb with the three-pointer. Just under 2 minutes have been played here at the Bosch. Tornadoes 3, Monarchs 2. Gaddafi Turner steps into that passing lane, gets the steal. Now pushing the tempo is Turner. And one too many steps for Gaddafi Turner. Turnover, Monarchs basketball. Traveling violation on the Tornadoes. 2 minutes, 2 seconds have elapsed here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Tornadoes 3, Monarchs 2. Both teams still looking to get into a rhythm offensively. Turnaround jumper there, well defended there by Levi Lamb. Joshua Wilson brings down the rebound, and Gaddafi Turner will set up the offense once again for the Tornadoes. Wilson finding Hopper. Wilson challenging his man off the dribble. Now Cannon Lamb from downtown off the back iron, rebounded by Mingledorf. Mingledorf hands it off to his teammate Burden. Burden taking Wilson off the dribble, misses the short jumper. Offensive rebound for the Monarchs. Second chance opportunity for Methodist. Quick extra pass there. Continue with the passing are the Monarchs. Well defended there by Cannon Lamb. A takeaway by Lamb. Cannon Lamb finds Levi Lamb. He swings it to the other side, finding Hopper. Hopper misses the three-pointer. And it'll remain Brevard College basketball. 3 minutes and 4 seconds have elapsed here in this low-scoring affair thus far. Tornadoes 3, Monarchs 2. The only basket for the Tornadoes, a three-pointer by Levi Lamb. Turner will inbounds. For Brevard. So fresh shot clock for Brevard. Cannon Lamb finding Joshua Wilson. Now the Monarchs in more of a zone look, a 2-3 zone for Methodist defensively. Hopper splits the defenders. Nice extra pass there by Cannon Lamb finding Joshua Wilson, but then it's slapped away. Block shot by Dearman. Here comes Methodist on the attack. 16 minutes, 30 seconds left to play here in the opening half at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Neither team able to get anything of substance going offensively until that for Methodist. A three-pointer there by Sam Mingledoff. So each team has now hit a three-pointer. And Methodist now with a 5-3 lead. Stolen there by McLaughlin, and the finish by McLaughlin. And just like that, 5 consecutive points for Methodist. The three-pointer by Mingledoff, and then the steal and the finish by McLaughlin. Here's Levi Lamb, double team by Methodist. Methodist picking up the defensive intensity. Hopper with a great look there, a little wraparound pass to Cannon Lamb. 7-5 your score. Nice piece of offense there as Methodist was starting to turn up the pressure defensively, and the Tornadoes able to break down that defense. The finish for the Tornadoes. 7-5 your score. Methodist on top early on here. Nice job on the baseline there by Sam Mingledoff, beating his defender along the baseline, and then the finish. Kind of a quick move to the basket, a quick first step. 15 minutes, 15 seconds left to play. Score now 9-5. Methodist on top. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Cannon Lamb. Now 7 on the shot clock. Cam trying to beat his defender one-on-one, and now here comes Methodist on the attack, the fast break and the finish. Dante Burden with the finish. An 11-5 lead for Methodist. 14:45 to play. Lamb double teamed, and the first foul for either team right there. Garen Dearman with the foul. And there's a media timeout, so with 14:44 left to play in the opening half, Methodist 11, Brevard 5. Tornadoes basketball underneath as we get started once again here at the Bosch. 14:43 to play here in this first half. Gaddafi Turner handling the inbounds for the Tornadoes. Starting lineup still on the court for the Tornadoes. And finished there by Cannon Lamb. Nicely done. So 11-7 now your score. 14:35 to play here at the Bosch. Mingledoff, who leads all players with 5 points. He hands it off to Burden. Burden working on Joshua Wilson. Misses the jumper, rebounded by Hopper. Hopper pushing the tempo offensively. Stolen there by Burden. Burden, 3-on-1 opportunity here. And then a behind-the-back pass. Just a very slick, fancy play there by Methodist. But nice job defensively by Damari Hopper to hustle back and deflect that ball out of bounds. Sub here for the Methodist Monarchs. Derek Newberry in the game. Tornado fans may know Newberry. He was a Brevard College Tornado as recently as last year, transferred to Methodist. And back on a court that's certainly familiar to him. Derek Newberry, great to see him back here in Brevard, the native of Savannah, Georgia. Full court pressure now by Newberry and the Monarchs. And nice job by the Tornadoes kind of breaking that down. Combination of Turner, Hopper, and then eventually Joshua Wilson to beat that full court press. Lamb was defended well in the low post. And now here's Hopper for three, rebounded by Mingledorf. Third rebound of the game for Mingledorf. Home run pass there, nobody home. Turnover for Methodist. Each team with 3 turnovers. And Mike Williams now into the game for the Tornadoes. Native of Casey, South Carolina, just outside of Columbia. 13:25 left to play. Williams running the point for the Tornadoes, and a steal there by Methodist. Here comes Methodist on the attack. Another fast break opportunity for the Monarchs, and a turnover for the Monarchs. So each team trading turnovers. Score remaining at 11-7. Full court pressure here, and then a foul is going to be charged to Burden. Hopper will handle the inbounds, and Williams will go to work against McLaughlin. Mike Williams, sophomore guards, made an impact this season without a doubt. Levi Lamb finding check that Wilson from 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Burden. Burden on the attack. Newberry from 3 off the back iron. Rebounded by Cannon Lamb. Neither team shooting very well in this early going. And another turnover there for the Tornadoes. 11-7 your score. We've been stuck on this score for some time until that. Kevin McLaughlin giving Methodist a 6-point lead, matching their largest lead of the afternoon. We have 12:20 to play here in the first half. Methodist 13, Tornado 7. Here's Cannon Lamb from downtown. It's no good. Rims out. Rebounded by Newberry. Jumper there is good. Mitchell getting on the board for the first time this afternoon. Heading to the scores table for the Tornadoes is Jamichael Boone. He's an exciting freshman from Fort Deposit, Alabama. Lamb hands it off to Hopper. Hopper taking on his man. Hands it off to Williams. Now 6 on the shot clock for the Tornadoes. 4 on the shot clock. Now 3 on the shot clock. Wilson has no choice but to send it up. Does not hit rim, and it's a shot clock violation. And we'll have a timeout on the court with your score. Methodist 15, Brevard 7. 11 minutes, 30 seconds to play, half number 1. Methodist 15, Brevard 7, 11:30 to play here in the opening half. Tornadoes going with Mike Williams, Damari Hopper, Levi Lamb, Cannon Lamb, and Jamichael Boone, the 5 on the court for Brevard. Beating his man off the dribble, that's Jaron Derman. And a 17-7 lead now for the Monarchs. Mike Williams. Levi Lamb was trying to connect with Damari Hopper, stolen by Newberry. Hopper back defensively, and the finish by Newberry. And Newberry, the former Tornado, with his first 2 points as an opponent of the Tornadoes here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. 10:35 to play here, half number 1. Levi Lamb. And it's going to be a double dribble call. So 2 turnovers there for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes have struggled in this department. Now 9 turnovers and 2 quick ones after that last media timeout. Meanwhile, this 12-point lead for Methodist, the largest of the afternoon for the Monarchs. Feel like it's a critical time if the Tornadoes want to stick in this game. But just like that, a 3-pointer just buried by Dearman. 22-7 now your score. Foul there, just a little too aggressive, was Newberry. So 10:06 to play. And the Tornadoes trailing by 15 as Newberry heads to the bench. His teammates very excited for him. Checking in for Methodist is John Baker, the senior guard from Raleigh, North Carolina. Hopper. Turnaround jumper, nice piece of post offense from the low post. Damari Hopper, the guard, getting down low there and making something happen. The Tornadoes desperately needed that last bucket from Hopper. But then an answer there by Dearman. Dearman starting to heat up for Methodist. 24-9 your score, 9:30 to play. Lamb on the low block. He misses the runner. Rebounded by Dearman. Here's Dearman finding John Baker. Malik Edwards now handling the ball for Methodist. Edwards, the senior from Greenville, North Carolina. Ball bounces out of bounds. It'll remain Methodist basketball. Shot clock at 4. First look at Messiah Pankey this afternoon for the Tornadoes. Also, some substitutes for Methodist. Giovanni Thompson, along with Mingledorf re-entering the game. Turnover there. Tornadoes trying to answer. Fresh legs in the form of Messiah Pankey, who had just checked in, and just like that draws a foul and will head to the line. Fouls on Malik Edwards. 5th team foul for Methodist. Believe it or not, the Tornadoes have not committed a foul yet. And we've played 11 minutes and 7 seconds here in this first half. 5 team fouls for the Tornadoes. Second free throw by Pankey is good. So the deficit now 14 points, 24-10, 8:45 to play here in this opening half at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from for this edition of Brevard College men's basketball. 3-pointer there, rims in. Dearman now giving the Monarchs a 17-point lead, their largest of the afternoon. Lamb double-teamed, then triple-teamed. Finds Cannon Lamb. Cannon Lamb trying to beat his man off the dribble, hands it off to Pankey. Pankey in the paint, finding Cannon Lamb. And nice follow there. Damari Hopper, very nicely done. Once again, the smaller backcourt player getting down low there amongst the trees and making something happen for the Tornadoes. 30-12 now your score. 7:35 to play. Pankey finding Cannon Lamb. And a turnover there. Unofficially the 10th turnover for the Tornadoes as a timeout on the court. 7:30 left to play here in the opening half. Your score, Methodist 30, Brevard 12. Methodist 30, Brevard 12, 7:25 to play here in half number one at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us for this USA South Conference men's basketball matchup. Methodist with the basketball at the moment. That's Burden. He's got 4 points thus far. Thompson drilling a three there. And the lead extends even further. Largest of the afternoon, a 33-12 advantage. Cannon Lamb there. He now has 6 points. 33-14 your score. 6:40 to play, half number one. And a palming violation, a carrying violation on Methodist. That's their 7th turnover of the afternoon. Tornadoes have had trouble in that department themselves with 10 turnovers. Tornadoes have not shot particularly well, 6 of 16 from the field. Here's Cannon Lamb. Jamichael Boone finding Hopper. Hopper with the quick pass to Levi Lamb. Lamb, the step-back three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Burden. Burden's 3rd rebound. Here's Mingledorf, defended by Hopper. Burden, defended by Pankey. Thompson trying to set the high screen for Burden, and Burden amongst the trees down low. And the foul's going to be on Levi Lamb. And believe it or not, at the 5:59 mark of the first half, that's the first foul committed by the Tornadoes. A bit of an aberration. You don't see that too often. A team go over 14 minutes without a foul. So first trip to the free throw line for Methodist. Dante Burden, he misses the front half of the 2-shot foul. Levi Lamb getting a breather. Joshua Wilson checking in for the Tornadoes. Second free throw is good. 34-14 your score, a 20-point advantage for Methodist. $5:50 to play here in half number one. Joshua Wilson, defended by Mingledorf. Cannon Lamb from three, it's no good. Tornadoes have struggled from downtown. Hit only 1 3-pointer in 8 attempts. Taken away there by Hopper. Hopper pushing the tempo. And following a block shot there by Dearman, Cannon Lamb came up with the loose ball, and Cannon Lamb will be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Cannon Lamb, the junior from nearby Marion, North Carolina, in McDowell County. First free throw from Lamb is good. First look at number 15, Andrew Steve, the senior guard from Jacksonville, Florida. Trinity Christian Academy High School. Second free throw is no good by Lamb. Here comes Methodist on the attack again. Tornadoes able to recover defensively. Here's Andrew Steve. And looks like a foul underneath. It's going to be on Pankey. Second team foul for the Tornadoes. Checking in for Methodist, Zaire Edwards. Methodist, very deep bench, large roster. The Monarchs from Fayetteville, North Carolina, on the east side of the state, making the trip here to the western North Carolina mountains, and so far controlling the action, up 34-15. Tornado ball after the missed three-pointer. Full court pressure once again for the Monarchs. And the Monarchs trying to keep that ball inbounds, and McLaughlin tried to deflect it off of Pankey to try to keep the ball in the possession of the team in green. And now the full court pressure may be getting a little too heated as the Monarchs commit a quick foul. Bonus situation now for the Tornadoes as the Tornadoes and Monarchs head to the other side of the court, and Pankey will head to the charity stripe. Free throw by Pankey up and no good. A lane violation, so Pankey will get a chance on the front end of this 101 to do it again. Free throw by Pankey is good. And the back end of the 1-and-1 now for Pankey. Pankey, Wilson, Cannon Lamb, Damari Hopper, and Jermichael Boone, the five on the court for the Tornadoes. That free throw is good. Cuts the deficit to 17 points, 4:42 to play here in this opening half. Nice job offensively there. Dante Burden. We knew coming into this game Burden would be a factor, and he is thus far delivered for Methodist. Now leading 36-17. Nice cut to the basket there by Boone, unable to finish. Here comes Methodist on the attack once again. Methodist with the quick finish, the fast break basket for Methodist. So now under 4 minutes to play. And once again, the lead over 20 points, 21 points, the lead for the Monarchs. Cannon Lamb beats his man off the dribble. And one too many steps for Cannon Lamb and a turnover for the Tornadoes. We have a timeout on the court with 3:46 left to play here in half number one. Methodist 38, Brevard 17. Back underway here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to play. A 38-17 advantage for Methodist. Skying high there for the rebounds, Cannon Lamb. That's his third rebound. Tornadoes have been led by Lamb offensively with 7 points. Hopper finding Pankey. Pankey trying to beat his man off the dribble. Here's Lamb double teamed. 9 on the shot clock. Lamb able to finish there. And Lamb now with 9 points. 38-19 now your score. Under 3 minutes to play here in this opening half. Step back three there is no good by McLaughlin. And hustling out of bounds, trying to keep that one alive, was Edwards. It'll be Brevard basketball. Levi Lamb checks back in. I'd like to see Levi Lamb perhaps get going. He just has 3 points, the leading scorer for the Tornadoes. Cannon Lamb, as we mentioned, with 9 points. Only other Tornadoes to score, Damari Hopper with 4 and Messiah Pankey, who's controlling the ball right now, with 3. Pankey finding Levi Lamb. Now here's Cannon Lamb. Joshua Wilson, and an illegal screen is the call. A offensive foul against the Tornadoes. 2:37 left to play as that illegal screen called on Cannon Lamb. Tornadoes shooting 7 of 21 from the field. A struggle offensively for the Tornadoes thus far this afternoon. Methodist, meanwhile, shooting very well, 67%. And another made basket there, that time Zaire Edwards. Foul there on Mingledorf. And another bonus situation here for the Tornadoes. Hopper to the line. Free throw from Hopper is good. Damari Hopper now with 5 points, 4 rebounds. Hopper, the senior from Gastonia, North Carolina. And he makes the second free throw as well, so now 6 points for Damari Hopper. 40-21 now your score. Under 2 minutes to play here, half number 1 at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Loose ball collected there by Levi Lamb. It'll remain Brevard basketball. 96 seconds left to play here, half number 1. 40-21 your score, Methodist on top. As Newberry checks back in for Methodist. Malik Edwards head to the bench. Cannon Lamb finds Hopper. Hopper finds Levi Lamb. The corner three from Levi Lamb is good. Credit the assist to Damari Hopper. And the finish by Levi Lamb. The corner three-pointer. Maybe that'll get that leading scorer of the Tornadoes going. He now has 6 points. And a lead that was once 21 has been cut to 16. But make it now 18. Derek Newberry with the basket. He now has 4 points, the former Tornado. Under a minute to play here, half number 1. Cannon Lamb from downtown. It's no good. And then perhaps a little bit of a frustration foul there by Cannon Lamb. Tornadoes still under the bonus. Jermichael Boone checking in for the Tornadoes. 46 seconds left to play here in half number 1. Newberry, guarded by Damari Homper. 8 on the shot clock. Now 5 on the shot clock for the Monarchs. That's a long two-pointer. Crashing the boards was McLaughlin. Tornadoes come up with it. Boone finds Hopper and finds Lamb for the slammer. Jermichael Boone to Damari Hopper, and then the fast break slammer for 2 by Levi Lamb. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left, and then a foul on Damari Hopper. Kind of a worst-case situation there. That'll be a 3-shot foul. McLaughlin Jr. with 1.5 seconds left to play. He will have 3 free throws, McLaughlin. What a play by the Tornadoes on the other end as this half has headed towards a finish here. That's slammer by Levi Lamb. But now McLaughlin making the Tornadoes pay for the foul beyond the three-point line. Here's the third of 3 free throws from McLaughlin. He made the first 2, and he made the third as well. So 45-26 now your score. Pankey at the buzzer off the backboard and no good. 45-26 your score. Methodist on top. It's been mostly Methodist in this first half. We'll come back and bring you all the first half stats and catch you up on what's going on around the world of Brevard College athletics when we return. Your first half score, 45-26 Methodist. Methodist leading the host Brevard College Tornadoes 45-26 at the end of half number 1. Methodist led by Dearman with 10 points. Mingledorf with 7 points. McLaughlin with 7 and Burden with 7. Leading rebounders for the Monarchs, Mingledorf and Burden each with 4 rebounds. Tornadoes were led offensively by Levi Lamb and Cannon Lamb. Same old for the Tornadoes in terms of the leading scorers. Cannon Lamb with 9 points, Levi Lamb with 8 points. Damari Hopper with 6 points and 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Gaddafi Turner had 3 assists. Joshua Wilson had 2 rebounds. And Messiah Pankey with 3 points. Tornadoes struggling offensively, shooting just 38% from the field and just 2 of 10, 20% from beyond the arc. Tornadoes were 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, shooting very effectively was Methodist, 18 of 30 from the field, that's 60%. 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, that's 63%. And Methodist went to the free throw line 5 times, making 4 of those attempts. Methodist, led by as many as 21 points, had an 11-0 scoring run at one point in that first half, and has really made the Tornadoes pay for those 12 turnovers, with 18 points coming off the 12 turnovers. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes have scored just 1 point off of 7 Methodist turnovers. Methodist also leading in the points in the paint department, 20-12. Fast break points in favor of Methodist, 10-5, and bench points in favor of Methodist, 12-3. Neither team that effective on the offensive glass. Tornadoes with 3 offensive rebounds, Methodist with 2, and total rebounds, Methodist with 15, Tornadoes with 13. So as the warm-ups continue here during halftime, just moments away from half number 2, Methodist and Brevard. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes women's basketball team is in Alabama, where in just a matter of moments we'll be tipping off at 3 p.m. start time Eastern at Huntington in USA South Conference play. Coach Donald Hudson and women's basketball team. And then the Tornadoes men's basketball team will be back in action here tomorrow, same time as today, the 2 p.m. tip-off when the Tornadoes host North Carolina Wesleyan here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. A 2 p.m. tip-off. Hope you can join us. In case you were wondering, the student body still is not back here on the campus of Brevard College. The winter break continuing through next week, and so most of the fans here today are of the local variety from the Brevard, North Carolina area. Appreciate them coming out. A few students who perhaps reside nearby making the trip to the Bosch this afternoon as well, but not the raucous student section that we're used to here at the Bosch for this weekend's games, with the student body still on break. Original starting lineup back on the court for the Tornadoes: Gaddafi Turner, Joshua Wilson, Levi Lamb, Cannon Lamb, and Damari Hopper. Methodist going with Kevin McLaughlin Jr., Jaron Dearman, John Baker, Kamen Mitchell, and Sam Mingledorf. Methodist with the opening possession here. Three-pointer there is no good by Dearman. And now the Tornadoes with their first possession of the second half. Turner finding Wilson. Wilson finds Cannon Lamb. Lamb was looking for Levi Lamb. Intercepted by Methodist. Now a fast break opportunity and a finish there. Nice job running the break and the finish by Burden. So Methodist with the first 2 points of the second half. Methodist now with 12 fast break points. And that's going to be a goaltending violation. Count the basket for the Tornadoes. 47-28. Now your score. 19-11 left to play here. Half number 2. Nice job defensively by Cannon Lamb along with Damari Hopper, but then ultimately the finish there by Mingledorf. Mingledorf now with 9 points. Hopper. Here's Turner. Joshua Wilson on the wing. Low post. Levi Lamb, quick first step, finds Hopper for the corner 3. In and out, offensive rebound, and finished by Levi Lamb. 49-30 now your score. 18-25 to play here, half number 2. Burden, defended by Turner. Burden finds Mitchell down low. Mitchell takes on both Cannon Lamb and Levi Lamb, and he will be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Foul there on Levi Lamb, his second. First team foul for the Tornadoes, and trip to the free throw line for Mitchell. His first trip to the charity stripe this afternoon, and he makes the first free throw. Now with 3 points, Kamen Mitchell, junior from High Point, North Carolina. Transfer from another USA South institution, who the Tornadoes will be seeing tomorrow, North Carolina Wesleyan. Now 2 minutes have elapsed here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Levi Lamb finds Cannon Lamb. Cannon Lamb from 3. It's good. Cannon Lamb now with 12 points. He started this game 0 for 4 from the land of 3, able to deliver that one and see if that can get Cannon Lamb going. But what an answer there by Kevin McLaughlin Jr. So the lead back to 20 for Methodist as the two teams trade three-pointers. Turner finding Levi Lamb. Cannon Lamb with the relatively hot hand, and yes, we can call that a hot hand. After starting 0 for 4 from 3, Levi Lamb finds Cannon Lamb, and Cannon Lamb hits his second straight three-pointers. Last 6 points for the Tornadoes have come from Cannon Lamb. He now has 15 points on the afternoon. Your score with 17-16 left to play in the second half. Tornadoes trailing 53-36. Back underway here, 17-10 to play here in half number 2. Rebound there by Cannon Lamb. Here's Levi Lamb pushing the action. Joshua Wilson finds Gaddafi Turner. Pump fake from Turner. Turner with the step-up jumper. It's good. Gaddafi Turner with the finish. 53-38 your score. 16:50 to play here. Tornadoes have shaved a lead that was once 21 points down to 15 points for Methodist. McLaughlin. And stolen away there. Hopper tipped it over to Cannon Lamb. And another opportunity for the Tornadoes here to try to build on this scoring run of theirs. Lamb. And he will have a trip to the free throw line. Cayman Mitchell with the foul. As in the last few minutes, Cannon Lamb has just come alive. He's hit a couple of three-pointers. Looks very aggressive on both sides of the court. And this time taking it strong to the rim, getting the foul drawn upon him. The foul on Mitchell and the trip to the free throw line for Lamb. First free throw, no good for Cannon Lamb. Second free throw of the shooting foul variety for Cannon Lamb now. 16:22 to play. Free throws up and good. 53-39, lead now 14 points. So the Tornadoes continue to shave away on what was once a 21-point lead for Methodist. Burden. Dearman thought about the three for a moment. He's defended there tightly by Joshua Wilson. 12 on the shot clock for Methodist. And a traveling violation there. Great defense underneath there. Combination of Hopper and Cannon Lamb. And a timeout on the court with 15:53 to play. Tornadoes 53-39. The Tornadoes trail Methodist. And we'll come back with more second half action in just a matter of moments. 53-39, Methodist on top. Back to action here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. A 53-39 advantage for Methodist. Tornadoes have trailed by as many as 21 points, but have worked their way back to make this a 14-point ball game at the moment. Full court pressure, trap defense by Methodist. Tornadoes able to beat the Monarchs down the court. Now Cannon Lamb, who's had the hot hand as of late, and the finish by Lamb. And the lead now cut to 12. Cannon Lamb has just exploded here in the early parts of this second half. He has 18 points, 9 of which have come in the first 5 minutes of this second half. Foul there on Damari Hopper, but you can see the defensive intensity. Head coach Lee Burgess pleased with the team's energy at the moment as the Tornadoes now trailing by 12. Here's Dearman. Dearman taking it strong down the lane, and he will draw a foul, and that may be foul number 3 against Levi Lamb. Indeed it is. Number 3, the foul on Lamb. And so Dearman will head to the line. Dearman, the junior from Greensboro. First of 2 free throws up and good for Dearman. Dearman now with 11 points. McLaughlin also in double figures for the Monarchs with 10. Cannon Lamb leads all scorers with 18 points. Levi Lamb for the Tornadoes with 10. Hopper able to bring down that rebound off the missed back end of the shooting foul. Methodist with the trap. Tornadoes able to beat it once again. Now trying to trap Cannon Lamb in the corner. Lamb finds Turner. Turner with an extra pass to Hopper. Hopper with one more extra pass to Lamb. Then Lamb finds Hopper, top of the key. It's good. Three-pointer, Damari Hopper. What a great piece of ball movement there by the Tornadoes, who have cut this deficit down to 10 points. 54-44 now your score. The Tornadoes have been on the attack here in this second half. Three-pointer there, an answer by Dearman. Oh my, what an answer by Dearman in the corner. 57-44. Tornadoes now trailing by 13. 14 minutes left to play here in the second half. Wilson. Hopper. Poked away there and stolen by the Monarchs. Mingledoff with the steal and the fast break finish. So just as the Tornadoes were starting to really make some noise, 5 straight points by Methodist. Tornadoes had cut this lead down to 10, and then 5 straight points by the Monarchs. Turner running the point for the Tornadoes. Here's Levi Lamb. Levi Lamb spots up for 3. It's no good. Wilson with an opportunity for the offensive rebound. He's able to reel it in. Here's Hopper. Hopper finding Turner. Here's Cannon Lamb. He's had the hot hand here in this second half. Lamb, turn around and finish. It's good. Cannon Lamb now with 20 points to lead all scorers. 59-46 your score. A 13-point advantage for Methodist with 13 minutes left to play here in this second half. Lamb defending Mingledoff very tightly. Mingledoff stepping back and then throwing up the three-pointer. Mingledoff with some real one-on-one action there, sort of like what you'd see in the NBA. And well defended there by Levi Lamb. Now Hopper with the strong take to the basket and the finish. Damari Hopper with his 10th points. He's now in double figures. So Tornadoes with 3 players in double figures. Cannon Lamb, Levi Lamb, and Damari Hopper. And now an 11-point lead. Three-pointer is good. Dearman continues to sort of shatter the hopes of the Tornadoes. And then a steal there by Dearman. Three-pointer here by McLaughlin is good. So just like that, back-to-back three-pointers after the Tornadoes had cut into the Methodist lead substantially. Back-to-back three-pointers by Methodist, a 65-48 advantage. 12:07 left to play here in half number 2. .12:07 left to play in the second half, and 2 straight three-pointers. A 6-0 run by Methodist has opened up their lead to 65-48. Tornadoes trying to hang around here. Tornadoes have been led by Cannon Lamb, 20 points, 11 of which have come in this first 8 minutes of the second half. Here's Lamb again. That short jumper is no good. Damari Hopper with 13 points, Levi Lamb with 10. Methodist has been led by Dearman with 17 points. He's hit 4 of 5 three-pointers. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Pankey. McLaughlin, step back three, no good. Offensive rebound and finish there by Zaire Edwards. Just the 4th offensive rebound for Methodist. And their 4th second chance point. 67-48 now the score. Cannon Lamb tried to find Damari Hopper on a backdoor cut, stolen away there by McLaughlin. Mingledorf with a strong take, and he'll get a trip to the free throw line. 3rd foul on Damari Hopper. Also with 3 fouls, Levi Lamb. Cayman Mitchell with 3 fouls for Methodist, the only Monarch in any sort of foul situation. As Hopper with 3 fouls checks out, Mike Williams checks in. Mingledorf's free throw is waved off due to a lane violation against the team on offense, Methodist. So a 20-point advantage for the Tornadoes, or check that, for the Monarchs. Stolen away there, and the finish make it a 22-point advantage for the Monarchs. 70-48, now their largest lead. Foul on Mike Williams, so it'll remain Methodist basketball. Gaddafi Turner checking in. Williams heads to the bench. Giovanni Thompson checking in for the Monarchs. Thompson, the junior from Kissimmee, Florida. That'll be Brevard basketball after that errant shot. 10:37 left to play here in the second half. Your score 70-48. Monarchs on top of the Tornadoes. Tornadoes will be back in action tomorrow at 2 p.m. versus North Carolina Wesleyan. 10:30 to play here, half number 2. Turner, Wilson. Here's Cannon Lamb from downtown. It's good. Cannon Lamb with his 3rd three-pointer. They've all come here in the second half after starting 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. He's hit 3 in a row. And Cannon Lamb now leads all scorers with 23 points. And Cannon Lamb then brings down a rebound, his 6th. He and Damari Hopper each with 6 rebounds to lead the Tornadoes on the boards. Leading rebounder for the Monarchs is Mingledorf with 5. .45 to play here in the second half at the Boshamer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. And Happy New Year to you all as we are ringing in 2020 with this men's basketball matchup. USA South Conference play between these two teams, as Dearman now with 19 points to lead the Monarchs. Bearing that last jumper. 9:26 now on the clock here in the second half. Jamichael Boone and Damari Hopper checking in for the Tornadoes as Joshua Wilson and Levi Lamb head to the bench. Cannon Lamb going to work against Thompson, and one too many steps there for Cannon Lamb. It's going to be a turnover. 16th turnover of the afternoon for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes have started off the second half just on fire from the field. They started off 9 of 11, including 3 3-pointers from the field, and cut the deficit down to 10 points. Methodist then answered with a couple of 3-pointers to stretch the lead back and eventually take control of this ball game once again. 72-51 now your score. Traveling violation there. That's the 10th turnover against the Monarchs. Pankey will inbounds the basketball. Full court pressure from the Monarchs. And it's going to be Monarch basketball. They're going to rule. Not sure if they thought that went off Boone or if simply the ball never hit a player whatsoever, and just simply sailed out of bounds. But bottom line is Methodist with the basketball. 9:05 to play here, half number 2. Skying high there for the offensive rebounds. Newberry. Another offensive rebound, this time Malik Edwards. And then a turnover on Edwards, a palming violation. 8:50 to play, 72-51. Methodist leading Brevard. Pankey. Defended by Newberry. Turner finding Hopper. Hopper for 3. It's good. Damari Hopper, as the Tornadoes now hit 4 3-pointers here in this second half. Only hit 2 in 10 attempts in the first half. And a traveling violation, so back-to-back traveling violations. Actually 3 straight turnovers for the Monarchs altogether. 2 traveling violations and a palming violation. So perhaps a window here for the Tornadoes to work their way a bit closer. Boone giving chase there, but the Tornadoes turn the ball over themselves. 8:18 to play here, half number 2. Edwards finding Dearman. Dearman defended by Hopper. 12 on the shot clock for the Monarchs. Hopper with quick hands there, slapping it away from Dearman. Will remain Methodist basketball. 11 on the shot clock, 7:58 on the game clock, and that's immediate timeout with 7:58 left on the clock. 72-54, Methodist leading Brevard. Back underway here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Turnover there. Hopper with the steal. Hopper now pushing it on the fast break, finding Pankey. Pankey going up for the layup. It's blocked by Burden. Second block shot for Methodist this afternoon. Cannon Lamb has led the Tornadoes with 23 points. Damari Hopper with 16. Levi Lamb with 10 points. Methodist has been led by Dearman with 19, McLaughlin with 13, and Mingledorf with 12. Leading rebounder for the Monarchs, Mingledorf with 6. Offensive rebound there by Cannon Lamb, and the finish by Lamb. So 7 rebounds and 25 points now for Cannon Lamb. Lamb leading all scorers and all rebounders in both those categories. 72-56, your score, 7:15 to play. Half number 2. Burden finding Edwards. It'll remain Methodist basketball, 7 on the shot clock, 7:12 on the game clock. Nice inbounds pass there, finding Zaire Edwards for the finish. Zaire Edwards now with 6 points. Tornadoes 12 of 15 shooting here in this second half. Hopper finding Lamb. Lamb up high, gets his own rebound, and then the finish by Cannon Lamb. Cannon Lamb now with 8 rebounds, 27 points. A career-type game, but Tornadoes continue to trail by double digits, down 74-58. And a trip to the free throw line now for Kamen Mitchell. Foul on Messiah Pankey. So Monarchs are led by as many as 22 points. They had an 11-0 scoring run that really opened up this game back in the first half. Tornadoes have cut what was once a 21-point lead down to 10 points. Methodist then regained control, stretched the lead to 22. Couple more made free throws there. Methodist now 9 of 12 from the line. And a dunk there by Levi Lamb. Strong finish for Levi Lamb. 76-60, just over 6 minutes to play, a 16-point ball game. Make it an 18-point game after that finish there. Nice work by Burden. He now has 11 points, so he's the 4th player in double digits, joining Dearman, McLaughlin, and Mingledorf for the Monarchs. Jamichael Boone with the finish after the nice look there. Great pass by Cannon Lamb, finding his front court partner, Jamichael Boone. 78-62 now your score, 5:35 to play, half number 2. On the shot clock for the Monarchs. Jumper there, up and over Cannon Lamb. That was Kamen Mitchell with the finish. He now has 5 points. 80-62 your lead for the Monarchs. 5:13 to play, half number 2. Foul there on Dante Burden. His 3rd foul. Side out for the Tornadoes. Damari Hopper will do the honors. Levi Lamb from way downtown off the front rim, rebounded by Mitchell. Behind the back pass from Burden to Mitchell, and Mitchell will get another trip to the free throw line. 4:51 to play here, half number 2. An 80-62 advantage for the Monarchs. Getting his own rebound there is McLaughlin. And a fresh shot clock for Methodist. And a traveling violation there on Cayman Mitchell. 14th turnover for the Monarchs. 4:32 to play here, half number 2. Hopper, defended by McLaughlin. And it's going to be an offensive foul against Amari Hopper. .424 now to play here, half number 2. An offensive foul there by Cayman Mitchell. So now the 15th turnover for the Monarchs. Hopper pushing the ball forward, finding Pankey. It'll remain Tornadoes basketball with 4:04 on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Mingledorf checking in for the Monarchs. Pankey inbounds it to Levi Lamb. Zone defense for the Monarchs. Jamichael Boone for 3, it's good. Nice job by the Tornadoes finding the open player. And the three-pointer by Jamichael Boone, 81-65. Now your score, 3:45 to play here in the second half. Jamichael Boone with his first points of the afternoon. Basket there by Burden. He has 13 now. Pankey finding Cannon Lamb. Cannon Lamb with the baby hook. It's no good. Rebounded by McLaughlin. McLaughlin now pushing the ball up the court. Just over 3 minutes left to play here in regulation. McLaughlin taking on Levi Lamb, trying to find a teammate amongst the trees there. Levi Lamb now pushing the ball forward to Cannon Lamb. Cannon Lamb with the pass back to Levi Lamb. The flush by Levi Lamb. 83-67 now your score. Under 3 minutes to play, half number 2. Hopper picking up the Monarchs dribbler and losing control of the basketball there. It's Dante Burden, and Burden looks a bit shaken up. And immediate timeout here with 2:46 left to play here in the second half. Burden will receive some medical attention in the meantime, and we'll take a break. 2:46 left to play, 83-67, Monarchs on top. Well, the good news is Dante Burden able to walk off the court and actually is continuing to play after that spill there, heading into that last media timeout. 83-67 your score. Messiah Pankey bringing the ball up for the Tornadoes. Here's Damari Hopper. 2:35 left to play. Lamb hands it off to Levi Lamb. Lamb from way downtown. Offensive rebound and finish there by Damari Hopper. Hopper now with 18 points. One of 3 Tornadoes in double figures. Hopper with 18, Cannon Lamb with 27, and Levi Lamb with 14. 83-69 your score. 2:09 to play here, half number 2. Another turnover there. That's the 18th of the ball game for the Monarchs. Tornadoes have struggled in that department as well with 23 turnovers. Tornadoes have shot very well here in the second half. Roughly 70% here in the second half after shooting only 38% in the first half. Here's Cannon Lamb. Under 2 minutes left to play here. Stolen away by McLaughlin. McLaughlin with the fast break finish. He now has 15 points and 20 fast break points for Methodist this afternoon. 85-69 your score. Levi Lamb finding Cannon Lamb. Here's Jermichael Boone. Boone from way downtown. It's no good. Rebounded there by the Monarchs. Under 90 seconds left to play. 85-69 your score. Easy finish there for Mitchell. And a 30-second timeout for Methodist. So with this kind of lead, probably a teaching moment of some sort for head coach David Smith. And actually, the more we survey things, it was a timeout just to get a substitute in, so understandable, trying to get some players with some playing time late in this ball game. So 87-69, under 70 seconds left to play here, half number 2. Levi Lamb gets his own rebound and the finish for Levi Lamb. He now has 16 points. 87-71. Under a minute to play here at the Boshamer Gymnasium. It's been just about all Methodists this afternoon. A tough day for the Tornadoes, keeping up with this squad out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. But the Tornadoes will try to regroup, back in action tomorrow at 2 p.m. versus North Carolina Wesleyan. Now under 30 seconds left to play. Hopper loses control. Newberry comes up with it. He finds Dearman, and Dearman with the dunk and the finish. So the lead now 20, 91-71. And under 20 seconds left to play here at the Bosch as Pankey brings it up the court. And head coach Lee Burgess and the Tornadoes will have to regroup and get back after it tomorrow for USA South Conference action continues. So your final score, 91-71. And we'll bring you some final stats and information in just a matter of moments. But your final score, 91-71, Methodist defeats Brevard. So your final score from the Boshemer Gymnasium, Methodist 91, Brevard 71. Methodist with 4 players in double figures, Jaron Dearman with 21 points, Kevin McLaughlin Jr. with 15 points, Dante Burden with 13, and Sam Mingledorf with 12. Mingledorf also was the leading rebounder for Methodist with 6 rebounds. Methodist shooting 63% from the field in 9 of 16. That's 56% from three-point range. 10 of 14 from the free throw line. That's 71%. The Tornadoes were led by Cannon Lamb. He scored 27 points, 18 of which were in the second half. Also had 8 rebounds to lead the Tornadoes. Lamb started the game 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, hit 3 straight three-pointers to get that second half going, and ended up 3 of 7 from beyond the arc, 11 of 21 from the field. So Cannon Lamb, the top statistical performer for the Tornadoes. Levi Lamb with 16 points and Damari Hopper with 18 points and 7 rebounds. Also in the scoring column for the Tornadoes, Jermichael Boone with 5 points, Messiah Pankey with 3 points, and Gaddafi Turner with 2 points. Turner also the leading assist man for the Tornadoes with 4 assists. Now the Tornadoes shot 52% for the contest from the field. First half 38%, but much improved in the second half, 19 of 30 for 63%. Beyond the arc, the Tornadoes once again struggled in the first half, 2 of 10, but shot 6 of 12 in the second half from beyond the arc, 8 of 22 for the ball game, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Only 2 trips to the free throw line in that second half. 1 of 2 from the free throw line in that second half, 7 of 10 for the contest. Well, Methodist with a large lead early in this contest, led by as many as 21 points in the first half. Took a 45-26 lead into intermission, stretched the lead even further in the second half, but that was after the Tornadoes had cut the deficit to 10 points early in that second half, but then Methodist stretched the lead back up to 22 points at the 11:01 mark of the second period. Methodist with 34 points off of 25 Brevard College Tornado turnovers. So that was a key difference in this game, and also with advantages in categories such as points in the paint, 44-36, fast break points, 22-11, and bench points, 18-8. Well, the Tornadoes will regroup. Head coach Lee Burgess and assistant coach Miles Leathers, and not much time to think about this one because the Tornadoes will have to get right back at it less than 24 hours from now. Another 2 p.m. tip-off here at the Boshemer Gymnasium. That's tomorrow, Sunday at 2 p.m. Hope you can make it out here to the Boshemer Gymnasium when the Tornadoes host North Carolina Wesleyan in another USA South Conference matchup. Well, thank you for joining us for this edition of Brevard College Tornadoes Athletics. Wherever you may be tuning in from, we appreciate you tuning in. Whether you're tuning in from the bctornadoes.com website or from YouTube or from Facebook Live, we appreciate you joining this programming. I want to thank all those behind the scenes, including Molly Penland and Joseph Marvin, along with Angie Mascaro. And we will see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. tip-off here at the Boshemer Gymnasium when the Tornadoes take on North Carolina Wesleyan. Your final score for the final time from the Boshemer Gymnasium, Methodist 91, Brevard 71. Have a very pleasant rest of your Saturday. Happy New Year.